This woman stabbed a local woman and kidnapped her baby several months after claiming to have given birth to stillborn twins. So around mid-2021, a woman named Shirley Brown, who was around 40 years old at the time, told her husband, Joe Brown, that she had given birth to twins at the hospital. She told her husband that one of the twins, a girl who she called Willow, died, but that the son, named River, survived and was in the hospital. Now, she told her husband, according to her husband, Joe, that he could not go to the hospital and visit the baby, but she did show Joe photos of the baby, like I said, that she called River. On January 2nd, 2022, Shirley Brown told her husband that she was going to the hospital to pick up their baby boy. Now, on that day, January 2nd, she chose to go to the home of 21-year-old Glenda Watkins. Glenda Watkins had two children. She had a daughter who was around 18 months old at the time, and she had a son who was 6 months old. Now, Glenda Watkins was found in her home after police were called to her home. She was found on the floor of her home. She suffered multiple stab wounds to her chest area. Glenda was able to communicate to police that Shirley Brown had taken her son. Now, she was able to tell police exactly what happened. So according to Glenda, she said that Shirley Watkins asked her if she could have the baby. And of course, Glenda was like, no. Shirley took a knife from Glenda's kitchen. She then proceeded to stab Glenda while Glenda begged for her life. And she then took the baby and left. Apparently, Shirley called someone to come and pick her up. That person came, picked her up, and dropped her and the baby off at her home. Now, police spoke to that man, and that man said that he really didn't think it was weird that Shirley had a baby because several months earlier, Shirley told him that she was pregnant, and he took her to the hospital at that point in time. Shirley had kept up apparently this story that she had a baby that was in the hospital, even though nobody had been permitted to see the baby, including her own husband. She kept that up for many months before deciding to kidnap Glenda Watkins' baby and pass it off as her own. Glenda Watkins did survive, and Shirley Brown, this past week, pled guilty to a charge of attempted murder and committing permanent detention in exchange for a 24-year prison sentence. Now, I've not heard of the charge committing permanent detention. I guess that's kind of like kidnapping. I'm not really sure on that. I will say for what she did, 24 years doesn't really sound that bad. Police said that when they went to Shirley's home, they found her with the baby. It took them less than an hour to locate her. They found her with the baby. She admitted that she had, taken the baby, that it wasn't hers. The knife, I believe, was in the sink. She said that she didn't know, what happened. She knew that she went to Glenda's home, and she knew that she left with Glenda's baby, but claimed that she didn't really know what happened in the middle. She did tell police that she had suffered many miscarriages and stillbirths, and that she was scarred by those. There wasn't really any evidence to say whether that was the truth or not, and really, it doesn't give you a right to steal someone's baby.